obviously changing a lot, especially at the tight end position. What did the coaches just kind of ask you to do differently this season that maybe you weren't doing last year?
Yeah, I know for me and a lot of other guys, just being more mobile. Because in the past offense, I've had my hand in 3-point stance in the dirt pretty much every play. And with this new offense, I rarely ever do. So for me and the more blocking, primarily guys, just being able to run more and just get open in the route game too.
Not that you couldn't do more, but obviously one of the biggest reasons you got on the field was blocking, and now that becomes a lot less of an emphasis.
Yeah.
What was just kind of your reaction to all the changes, and was there any thoughts on your part? I mean, do I have a future here still?
Yeah, I mean, when I first heard air raid offense, the first thing I did was look up UNC's stats last year for tight ends, and then I took a deep breath after that, realizing that they still use tight ends. So, I mean, the initial impression, I was a little worried, but ever since the coaches that came here, we've implemented the new offense. I've been having a lot of fun with it. So
obviously, it looks like they've found some ways to have you keep your typical role, in the box there. But do you, in the off season, slim down or anything? Try and get more athletic just to get some of those split out reps?
Yeah, I've definitely. I don't know if I've lost that many pounds. I mean, people have been saying I look slimmer, so I guess I must have. But yeah, I've definitely tried to work on my running, get my lungs and legs back, going from the last offense to this offense. So just getting more mobile and flexible too, just being able to move in different ways that I haven't been asked to before.
Obviously, when a new coaching staff comes in, they tend to have real conversations with the players about where their future is. But what did they just say to you that maybe felt like you should still stay here, even though maybe you're not the prototypical fit or the guy that they're going to start recruiting?
Yeah, I know. I had meetings with Fickle, Longa, and Letton, and they made sure that I knew that I had a spot here and that I would be used in this offense, even though it may be different than what I'm used to. And they know, or they asked that with all the changes with the new offense that I adapt to, and that's what I've been doing through winter, spring, and summer. So yeah, it was definitely a lot to work on, but it's been fun.
So I know there's going to be some big changes with the tight end room tomorrow that everyone will find out. So without getting into names, how concerned are you guys just about the depth going into the season after losing 3 guys?
I mean, the guys that we have in the room, it's what we're going to war with. So I feel good about anybody in our room. So I'm excited.
And then just with Coach Longo and sitting down in his meeting rooms, what just excites you about what he's got maybe upstairs from an offensive schematic standpoint?
I mean, I feel like we're just scratching the surface with what we've been doing. I think we've been just trying to master a lot of our base stuff, but the little new stuff and nuances that we have implemented here and there have been pretty explosive. So I'm excited just to get some big plays next season.
You think Wisconsin, you think development over a 4 or 5 year period, not a lot of turnover. Obviously, you got 16 transfers coming in. As somebody who's been around the block here a few times, what's just kind of your reaction to the influx of new faces? And do you guys, some of the leaders have to go out of their way to just get these guys up to speed on everything in terms of the culture, just so you're all on the same page come September 2nd?
Yeah, I mean, for better or for worse, the transfer portal is a part of college football now. And I think it's almost like a new freshman coming in, just trying to get them up to speed. But these guys who are coming in have that much more experience, playing time. So it's definitely a lot, not saying that freshmen aren't important, but very important to get these guys who will be on the field going, and just a crucial part of the program. I think, and another thing I was talking about earlier is just connecting with everybody and getting everybody on the same page, and trying to form a team together.
How do you go about doing that? I mean, it doesn't necessarily affect you at your position because there's no tight end transfers, but obviously somebody might feel some type of way about losing some snaps here. How do you just go about doing all that?
I know it's tough, like with guys coming in the same room together, but I think just the one thing that it's all about is just competing. No matter who's who's healthy, who's starting, who's backing up. Like, you're always competing for that starting spot. So I think no matter who comes in the room, like, that's what it's all about.
How much better, not to say you weren't happy with the guys you had last year, but how much better do you feel this team is positioned long term with 16 new guys here?
Yeah, I mean, I've loved all the guys I've played with before and now and future. But I think just the new situation that we're in with the offense, the staff, the team, everybody, I feel awesome about it. Yeah, I'm super excited.
The wide receivers in general, obviously, were besides quarterback, maybe was the position most affected by the transfer portal. When you look at that room and see the weapons, and we didn't even get to see Bryson yet.
Yeah.
What do you think this offense can potentially do when you pair that with a fifth-year quarterback who's played a lot of ball, and then the two running backs that you do have, and all the offensive line returning?
Yeah, I mean, this is the most talented our wide receiver room has been since I can think of. I remember I saw on Twitter the other day, it was like a PFF stat of like the offense. I was like, well, we're missing like at least 3 or 4 guys on there. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun this season with the new offense and the guys that we got in the wide receiver room.